Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to the WXC Podcast 2022 edition. I am your host, Xavier Excellence Collier, and today for the first episode of the year, we're calling it 2022 No Way Home. I have two special guests. The return of Punky Ail. Say hi.
Hey everyone, whoop whoop.
And new to the podcast, I believe I mentioned him before, Twitch streamer Cole Purcell. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, you got it right. I also go by Pretzel. You can also call me Min. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So we have a lot of topics, a lot to talk about today. We'll be giving a non-spoiler review of Spider-Man No Way Home, Netflix Arcane League of Legends based on the video game, some music, quality versus quantity, the future of Spider-Verse, upcoming movies and games, and the best moments and rankings of 2021. And lots more. And my personal stuff, as in college and music so far. So to start off, y'all want to start with Arcane or Spider-Man verse? Alright. That movie was amazing. 10 out of 10.
God tier already. I mean, no spoilers, but that movie will have you laughing and crying the entire time, okay? It was beautiful. It was the best movie of 2021. That's all I have to say.
I have to admit, seeing all the three Spider-Mans and them... I'm sorry. Bleep. Okay. Or it was interesting to watch the interactions, and yeah, it is going back to the old times and making references to old movies. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I liked seeing all the villains too. Y'all saw me in the suit when we first saw it. Yeah, I was in tears halfway through the second half. I saw it the second time with my family. Yeah, I wasn't crying, but it was still emotional. It was still fun. They said it was alright. I don't think they liked it that much because the more used to Tobey Maguire, I don't think they've seen Andrew Garfield movies.
So first and foremost, if you haven't watched all of the Spider-Man movies, you need to pause this podcast and go, re-educate yourself if you have the time. So, because in the movie they made a couple of jokes and a couple of scenes happened, and you wouldn't understand it if you didn't watch all of them, and that's all I have to say.
Or for myself, I didn't really watch a lot of Spider-Mans. I know I watched some classic ones, and I still I enjoyed it. I didn't know some characters, but they still did a great job showcasing the personalities. So, even if you're not into Spider-Man, I recommend it. So, yeah.
And yeah, so there's a mid-credit scene. I forgot what it was, but then there was an end credit scene that ties into a future MCU movie, but I won't spoil it. So, not going to talk too much about Spider-Man, but we also wanted to talk about the future of Spider-Verse, because it has been announced that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 is coming in October, so we are all excited for that.
Literally just watched it because I don't know why, but I was not made aware of this. It looks good, go watch it. His torso looks a little long, but I guess that's to further emphasize the fact that they're no longer kids. But yeah, I just thought it looked a little weird. His clothes, anyway.
Yeah. So, well, I'm happy you got some new logo, so a new shoot. Hopefully we see Old Man Peter again. Probably Penny Parker, Noah, Spider-Man. It's already announced 2099 is going to be there. If we have to bring in one or two, I would like to see maybe Black Cat as a villain, maybe Silk, maybe Symbiote Spider-Man, but that's a reach.
Have you guys seen the who leaked it? I think Marvel leaked their design for Taco.
one of the concept artists that was officially on the No Way Home team leaked the concept art of Tom Holland in the symbiote suit. Like, that was one of the ideas for the movie.
I have to say, I really wasn't feeling it, you know. Tom Holland looked chef's kiss, as always, and the suit was just like, what did you do to him? Why? I wasn't, and they got the symbol all wrong. No. Let me know if y'all like it or not. But me personally, I hated it.
I like the symbiote one with Tobey Maguire. I think they could make it work with Tom Holland, because it's also announced they're having a new trilogy with Tom Holland. And then also, we're having the freshman year of what was supposed to be Homecoming when he first became Spider-Man. But I think that's all for Spider-Man. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Al?
God tier, obviously. I mean, it's the best movie of that year.
Okay, so 10 out of 10, KP?
I will say 10 out of 10 too. It was great.
If there was one thing I could take away, like, if there was one con from the movie that would not make it a 10 out of 10, it's how they did us dirty in romance. I'm not going to say anything. All just know that you will be disappointed. I don't like the way that, do you remember in the movie they were like, he was supposed to come back. He didn't do it. Now, KP made a good point, you know, about why he didn't come back. But I hated it. I hated the fact that I loved it, but I still hate it. And I'm not big on romance. I did not like the romantic ending. It was horrible. Even if you're not big on romance, it was just like my heart has been ripped out. Like the dude from Altered Carbon. Just rip out my heart. Take it. Take the mic away.
Zendaya got one of the best lines in the movie, though, but I won't spoil it. So we're all 10 out of 10. This is also going to be a discussion of the best rankings of 2021. So, as I cross that out, we're going to get to the second part of the show, Arcane League of Legends. Also, Team Vi or Team Jinx, even though the real question is Team Powder or Team Jinx. And I look at Twitter, Arcane's Twitter is mostly Team Jinx. So I like this show. I think it was a 10 out of 10. The art design is beautiful. The emotion and action was beautiful. I was not expecting this from Riot Games and Netflix. So y'all want to talk about it?
Well, I am an artist. If you guys don't know, I'm an artist, and I like the art form was just, I've never seen animation like that. Yeah, I think I've never seen animation like that, and I am in love. You know, it was beautiful. With that being said, I do have to go back and watch it from the beginning, because I started watching it towards the end, but like my friends paused that I was watching it with, and they told me, like, they basically told me everything that happened and described it perfectly, but I just haven't seen the visuals to it, and it's a shame, you know, not to go back and watch it from the beginning just to appreciate the art form. It was chef's kiss. Oh, and I don't have a team, because I love you know what? I don't know, you know, I don't really know. I love them both, you know, and I feel for them both. But if you're just, all right, so to jump on Twitter's, you know, real question, Team Jinx. I love you, Powder, but Jinx, she's so cool, you know.
Or I for one have to say that I am not surprised that Riot Games and Netflix came out with this beautiful show.
League of Legends expert.
I wouldn't call myself expert, but I do play the game. I do play the game a few times, and I think I played it for like a year or 2 years now. So I wouldn't say I'm expert. There are a lot better players than I am, but I've watched and listened to their music and their animations before. They've always been top notch. We just watched the new one today, right? The new, what is it? The core cinematics? Yeah, it gave us chills, I think. So I'm not surprised, but at the same time, when you compare cinematics to an entire series, it's completely different. And I think they they really outdid their cinematics. The storyline was great. A lot of different side stories going on too. So yeah, I love it. I enjoyed it. It made me wanna study League of Legends lore. Actually checked it out a few things, very in depth too. As for Team Vi and Team Jinx, I do have to play devil's advocate and go for Team Vi. Yeah, because
She had the best moves.
yeah, no, Jinx has a really cool design, right? She was a kid, and then her mental was, I would say, shattered from the get-go. So now she's this multiple personality and like going through psychotic episodes, and at the same time, she's kind of dumbass.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You don't know about that? That's alright. It's my opinion. But I think Vi is trying to fix everything. I mean, what could she have done? She was stuck in a jail. So I do root for her. I do hope that they somehow come back. And at that point, it's not Team Vi or Team Jinx, right? It's like Team Sisters. So I root for Team Sisters. But right now, Team Vi.
Okay, so it's on me now. I was still writing. I would be Team Jinx, but I would prefer Powder. I like the chemistry. I would like the sisters to get along better. I think I could understand, for someone who's been through a lot of mental stuff, I can understand where Powder Jinx was coming from. And I think the most best part of the movie was the villain Silco, him being a father to Jinx. Like, that was some great chemistry. Like, most people would get mad at some of the bad things he has done. He tries to take it calmly and like sees this as a way out for the underworld to get to the top. Also, I was not expecting the chemistry between Vi and Caitlyn to be so good.
Oh my god, I did want to mention it, but like, thank you so much for like all that queer like energy. It was just, oh my god, that's why, oh my god, I love them both. Okay, I just wanted to say, like, tops hat off to them for like the scenes with like Vi alone, and she's just like a beautiful badass, and then Vi and Caitlyn, they were just so cute, especially when they went into like she was like you have to be smooth, and when she calls her cupcake, my heart, y'all, my heart, I was here for it. Okay, I was here for it.
Yeah, so I think a little bit more diversity, maybe, like the council's Mel, I believe her name is, Savika, who Vi kept fighting. She reminds me of my stepsister because their name rhymes and they got the same energy. Who's that other one? The Asian one at Act 3 who was like using the light. He was kind of cool, but kind of stupid. Who else? Mel, Savika. Oh yeah, Echo. He was the main one of Act 3. He was awesome. That reminds me.
Fucking Echo. Sorry, I did not mean to curse. My bad. Sorry, y'all. I love the.
I'm gonna make it explicit anyway.
Okay, I love the fact that like Harmadinger and Echo teamed up. I was just like, yes, this makes sense. This makes complete sense to me. I was just like, yes. And the fact that like he was so fascinated by like the hoverboard skateboard John, I was just like, that is just so cute, you know?
And the butterfly bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The butterfly bomb scene was like, whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Jinx's voices in her head. I can understand that. They did Hyperdinger dirty, but like doesn't he make a bunch of, wasn't he talking about like machines shouldn't be made for danger, but he makes a bunch of didn't he make a dinosaur in the game? So he makes a lot of explosives in the game.
I can't speak to that. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, maybe a little bit more diversity. I liked Team Jinx, the father chemistry. Also great voice acting all throughout the show. I was like, I remember some of these voices. Vander's voice, the voice of Caitlyn is the lady that played one of Harry's love interests in like Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix. Cho Chang. Yeah, I believe Cho Chang. Excuse us if we get the names wrong. We're getting old. We can't remember faces and names. Haley Steinfeld, who also plays Hawkeye, the new Hawkeye in the Disney Plus series, which we will also be talking about. She voices Spider-Gwen and she voices Vi. So that was interesting. Who else do I remember? Not Silco. I can't remember his voice. The voice acting was great. Oh, one of the police officers, Grayson. I thought I remember her voice. Like maybe she was from Avatar. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Grayson, the lady from Act 1. But yeah, Arcane, we loved it. Also the soundtrack was beautiful. I've heard the album multiple times. It's great.
So far, I've only listened to Enemy because I mean that one's it's so catchy. And then I listened to Playground. Of course, I like Enemy more, but I haven't listened to. Apparently, there's a whole album or soundtrack. I haven't listened to it yet, but I definitely will.
I also recommend the live version of The Enemy. What Imagine Dragons with it.
I saw at the Game Awards. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the Game Awards live. It, when I watched it first time, I got chills, and I had to watch it like 2 more times. So, I definitely recommend it. And also, I want to talk about what might happen in the season 2 of Arcane.
Oh my god!
That's something else I talked about. We always decided Team Vi, Team Jinx. We just want to talk about what we want to see for Arcane Season 2. I don't know if there's going to be a Season 2 by the end of this year, but I'm be excited for it because it took them 6 years to make Arcane, I believe.
Oh, that was the interview, but I think when they say 6 years, I think they're talking about like from the concept, coming up with the concept to building the storyline. League of Legends lore also changed a lot during that time, so maybe there was some adjustments too. But yeah, I at this point they already have a series out, and then I'm sure they have a lot of employees, familiar with the work, so I'm sure it's gonna come out faster than 6 years.
I believe there's going to be a lot of chaos in Season 2, and also Vi is going to continue to chase Jinx. Also, she's going to have more. Vi might have more of the looks she has in League of Legends, I believe. Also, that's another thing. Jinx looks completely different than what she does in the video game. Like her chemistry and mindset is like different than what we thought. What was I talking about? Also, the soundtrack. I've heard Love Enemy. I love Dynasties in Dystopia with the Echo Jinx fight. That was beautiful. Dirty Little Animals, even though that's too much dubstep. Where did everything go when everything went wrong? That's like a country song. That's one. I did not expect Sing to be the final song. What was it? He was at the Game Awards. What could have been the ending song? I know, Al. You haven't heard all the songs. It was a song at the ending of Arcane. But yeah, the soundtrack was all great. So, what else for season 2? Characters. What legend would you want to see?
Or, I mean, personally, I'm Anivia main, so I'd love to see her, but the storyline is not going to Freljord yet, so probably not her. But there are speculations that Vander might come back. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I thought I heard that. Like maybe Vander is Warwick.
Yeah, so there were a couple scenes where when we saw Singed, there was a big bulky guy in the background getting the what's the drug called again?
It's Shimmer?
Yeah, Shimmer. Yeah. So and also Warwick's from the zone. So there are a lot of speculations that Vander might come back as Warwick. And also I think season 2 will be focused on Echo now that the Echo storyline is more published. Other than that, we also see a lot of characters from what's that place? The Runeterra is the entire continent, but you know the lady with big ship, Mer's mother, I think.
Mel's mother.
Yeah.
I feel like with the ending, it might be an all-out war.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forget the location's name, but I feel like there might be a war, like Hex said. A lot of there might be. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this Hex tech is gonna be built into weapons, and then now we have an entire regions clashing, maybe. So
I would like to see them use Hex tech and maybe Jinx and Vi travel to another land other than where they're from. If I had to pick a legend, maybe Mel's mother teams up with Miss Fortune, or maybe Ari, the Nine-Tails lady. Yeah, but to wrap this up, that's all from Arcane. Ranking this, I always have it as a 10 out of 10, potential show of the year. How are you ranking this?
I think I'm gonna go with 10 out of 10 as well.
Arcane was my absolute favorite, so I don't even rate it. It's like it's just 100 out of 10.
Okay, 100. Okay, so we talked about Spider-Man, we talked about Arcane. I've seen some movies I'm not sure I talked about in episode 5. The Sopranos prequel movie, Many Saints of New York. For a mafia movie, it was okay for me. It seemed a little too quick. Like it was speeding up the story, but it was okay from what I seen. I think it was like I give it like a 7 out of 10. I don't think I wrote it down. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I want to give it a B, but like I'm not too familiar with The Sopranos. I did not know my dad watched The Sopranos, but from what I've seen, I give it a 7.5. I had to rewatch that movie. A good cast too. And also Dune. I think I'm the only one who watched Dune. I was excited for. You did watch Dune.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks for the mic. I watched Dune for free. There is this cool website. I forget the name of it. I think it's called WB Tickets. My buddy X, he sent it. And he sent me this website link where if you have to be fast, okay? When they send you the email, if they send it to you at like 1 o'clock, you better be on that site at 1 o'clock or like 1:02 or something. But all that is to say, they give out free tickets to see certain movies, and me and my sister got to see Dune. Okay, admittedly, we were like 30 minutes late because traffic. But when we got there, we had to like, bump shoulders to get in. But so aside from the fact that we were 30 minutes late and we incorrectly assumed that it would have like what are those things called? Trailers?
Yeah.
Trailers before it. Yeah, we thought they were gonna show that, but they didn't. Apparently, they just jumped straight into the movie. That's why we missed so much. It was at Fashion District. Yeah. I think so. Maybe. But aside from the fact that we missed 30 minutes of the movie, it gave off Star Trek-y vibes. It was very interesting. It was very... like, I was confused for a very long time.
Like, I was trying to get into the story, to the lore, but also, like, I was expecting a lot more action.
I did like so I felt like this movie was like kind of like a cinematic filler, like a very long filler to what they announced. This isn't really a spoiler. They're gonna do like a trilogy sort of thing, not trilogy but like series. Yeah. I'm interested in the sequel. The movie gave off, so think it a lot of foreshadowing, but it in terms of like what genres did I feel like I was watching. It felt like science fiction meets religion meets Star Trek. Very, very. It meets some type of biblical, like Samuel and Diana type vibes. That's what the romance felt like. It was just like, it felt like a tragic romance, Shakespearean type. Sorry, I keep cursing. Shakespearean type stuff,
I wasn't feeling the romance because they keep showing too much foreshadowing, like maybe this not gonna work. But I was more interested in like how the family and how this is gonna work for the house of, what was it called? The House of Treaty? The House of Treaty?
I can't remember.
The House of Treaties.
And it also gave off like Game of Thrones type vibes. It was like, oh yeah, House of this and House of that, and there's this like system very similar to Game of Thrones, and it was just like, all right, a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm curious about the spice. Like, you have enough spice, you rule the world. And also, that's supposed to be a game, Dune Spice Wars. I'm probably not going to play that. It's probably going to be a mobile. But I hope the second one is going to be more lit. So, KP, have you seen this movie? Or?
I have not.
Okay, you haven't seen it. Maybe it'll be on HBO Max soon. So, Doom, I'm going to give it I expected more, but I think 7 or 7.5 out of 10.
I think 7.5 is a fair rating, simply because there was a lot going on, and they didn't really clarify anything, which was a little frustrating. And as X said, the storyline wasn't moving much. There wasn't a lot of action. There was, but there wasn't. If that makes any sense.
Yes, it was diverse though. I like that. So 7.5, mid C. Okay, so Dune. Oh, another movie, Encanto. I've only seen the ending, but Al has seen the full movie.
So, I, for one, am a huge fan of the way Disney is trying to be more inclusive. It doesn't feel like forced. It feels like, oh, this is a natural progression of things. Secondly, I love the fact that, not secondly, but like leading into that, piggybacking off of diversity in the movie Encanto, I love the fact that they showed like Afro-Latinas. So I feel like most of the world didn't know about like I guess you would call it a subcategory of Latinos who are also African, but I felt like when like Miles Morales came out, people were like, oh wait, there are people who are Afro-Latinas, and then Encanto coming out was just like, this is a perfect way to like show children that people are diverse, so kudos to Disney for, all of that representation. I really, really appreciated it and loved it. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think it's been trending. There was X sent it to me. It was a Animal Crossing version of Encanto. It was so cute and funny. I love the song We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's just, yes. Okay, from a musician standpoint, I think X gets what I'm saying. You know how you start the scales in a round? I just love when you do rounds in music. It's just so delicious. But the movie overall, it was for a family friendly movie, it gets, I'm gonna say, like a 9.5 for me. It doesn't get the full 10 only because, so the main character, I can't think of her name now, but like the whole story is she needs to realize that she is as a person is special, but she doesn't need to be special with a power, right? And I just thought it was kind of corny because I was just like, I would want a power. Okay, her whole family had powers and she didn't. I guess her power was like truth or hope because she brought the family together. That's what restored. I'm sorry, all of these spoilers. Restored the family like magical. But I thought it was a little corny that she like didn't have a power, and also that like the scenery that like mainly everything took place in the house. Or like little parts of the village. I felt like that was like, yeah, could have did a little bit more. We wanted to see more scenery. Disney, I felt like they tackled some like very like, but very softly, very important topics, like the mother of the family. She had like a sort of dark past. It's like they were kind of insinuating that she was not the grandmother. I'm sorry, that she had a dark past. They showed that like she was running away from these men on horses with guns, and I was just like, oh, is this like immigration? This is so cool. I love the gentle way that Disney just like introduces these ideas and lets it's not like they're leaning towards, oh, immigration's bad or immigration's good. It's more like, this is a thing. That's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, so I am very confused because I didn't know there was immigration, so I need to really rewatch this in my free time. I'm gonna give it a 9, even though I haven't fully watched it. So, we can put this together as a 9.5, as a mid A. I think I came in Christmas morning to my parents' house, and I think I walked into the Bruno scene. Not We Don't Talk About Bruno, when she meets Bruno, and I realized that voice. That's comedian John Lamazano. That's the voice of Sid from Ice Age. I'm like, oh my goodness. This movie is really diverse.
Stood up for a little bit. I did not realize that until you said it. Like
Yeah. I didn't recognize most of the cast because even though it is a good cast, they're all Hispanic. But like, yeah, that's Bruno is John Leguizamo. Yeah. So okay, so that's Encanto, 9.5. And now we're going to get into shows. We already talked about Arcane, so I'm going to talk about Hawkeye. I'm the only one that's finished Hawkeye. Have any of you seen Hawkeye? Okay, so only me. So for Jeremy Renner and bless you, for Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld, I liked it for what it was. It was fun. Showing what is the character's name? Kate Beckett. I might be wrong. I don't remember New Avengers. It was good for what they shown. Her becoming Hawkeye. What was his name? Clint living like trying to get back to his family and dealing with the Ronin past. And I'm trying to do this with non-spoilers, but they do have a few surprises. The only one I can spoil is the new character Echo. I like some of her parts. They did show her backstory. And then like the ending, it gets lit. There was a few surprises. There's one or two surprise guests I can't spoil, but you will get interested. And the ending was great. Well, not great, it was good. They do get the suits, the purple suits. So I think for like Hawkeye, I need to write this down. Oh no, I already have it right down. I think I give it like maybe another 7.5, maybe an 8. I would have to rewatch this. It was definitely better than WandaVision. So I have WandaVision as a 7, so I gotta give this one like a 7.5, like a mid C. So I think that's all the movies, that's all the shows I have.
Okay, we forgot to mention that initially in the beginning when we first started the podcast, we talked about Spider-Man No Way Home, right? The end credit scene ties into What If. You guys need to watch What If.
I also said, yes, I loved What If. I might as well tell you because it's already a trailer on Marvel Entertainment. The ending ties into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and the trailer is now on YouTube. So we watched Doctor Strange, we watched episode 4 of What If, and you'll understand. And also WandaVision, the ending of WandaVision. I'm excited for, what's his name? The guy that played in 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave. I'm excited to see him back as one of the villains. Yeah, and he got dreads. That's cool. So that's Hawkeye. Do we want to get into one of the group topics or music? We can get into Al, your free time, because you have a lot you talked about, a lot you've seen in your free time. Okay.
So, hi guys. Give me a second to gather my notes. Alright, so in my free time, I have been able to watch Will Smith's new TV show, and it's called Welcome to Earth. First of all, it's pretty good. I only recommend it for people who are interested in like kind of like National Geographic type vibes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Journey to the Center of the Earth is on National Geographic on Disney Plus.
Very cool. I did watch the first episode. I haven't watched the second one yet, and I learned a lot. And it wasn't it wasn't corny. You know how like TV shows are corny? It wasn't corny in my opinion. And I love documentaries. It felt like a documentary of Earth, but in a like unique take. Like he was talking about how to so let me just paint a picture for you guys real quick. The first episode is Will Smith walking into a volcano with a blind man. What? It's good. It's good. So I'm gonna just leave it at leave it at that.
That sounds wild.
It's like Terminator.
I've never watched that.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, definitely give it a watch if you're interested. Let's see. Me and Min have been... Alright, so I've been watching Altered Carbon for a long time. And when I say that, you're probably like, what do you mean for a long time? It came out and such and such. That's not a long time.
Before I get confused, is that the one with Anthony Mackie, or is that the one with the guy that plays Rick Flag?
The guy that plays Rick Flag. Yeah. So I am the type of person who starts something and then stops it, mainly because there's nothing to watch in the summertime. So I want to watch everything that I was slightly interested in the summertime, because that's when everyone's on break. The actors aren't acting, you know. But anyway, Altered Carbon is, I don't know if you know if this is a genre, but cyberpunk, not the game. You know, we love the game aside from the bugs, but it's cyberpunk, it's romance. But I love the fact that, so know this about me, guys, I hate romance with a passion. You have to do it in a very specific way for me to even consider liking it. And I love it. I love it. Essentially, it's a story about this man who loves this woman. But, Earth is not the same. And the way he meets the woman is kind of crazy. And his sister's kind of crazy. Everyone's kind of crazy. And they're cyborgs, but they look like humans. Alright, I'm gonna just give the mic to KP and let him explain it better. So
HBO's Raised by Wolves also have cyborgs, or am I wrong?
I haven't watched that yet.
I also haven't. It's another show that's getting season 2. What was it called? The Neverminds? The Nevers? I need to watch that. I still haven't seen
it. That's on it. That's with the Victorian. Oh man, I have to. Alright, definitely, guys, if you like steampunk, if you like Victorian age shit. Alright, I'm cursing. And you like woman empowerment, watch The Nevers. It's not corny. It's very, did you hear me? I said it's steampunk meets Victorian age. Who doesn't want to watch this? It's essentially, something happens to the world, like it's raining, but it's not raining like water. And specifically, but I did see a couple hints that men have this power too, but women of this time period get powers, and they are being hunted down. They are being bad shit is happening to them, because oh my god, woman empowerment, women are only breeders and fix my shoes and shit, and it's so good. It is so good. They kind of hinted that the main protagonist woman protagonist woman is like Satan, because she can rip off her skin. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's pretty damn good.
Another show not the same, but another show me and cousin Pinky was watching earlier 2021. I forgot to put it on the list because I haven't seen all of it. American Gods on Stars is on Modern Time, and they're mostly, I believe, Olympian gods. Guy from John Wick is in it, and who else? I forgot his name. You know, the guy from Drumline. No, not Nick Cannon. The one who led the president of the Drumline team. I forgot his name. But you know what I'm talking about. But, you want to go back to the list, or you were at Altered Carbon?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wrap it around. So,
if you like steampunk, watch Arcane.
Let me start this by saying I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers, and if I do, please let me know, Punky R. But Altered Carbon, you just have to imagine you wake up 250 years later, and the world is completely different. That's essentially what the show is about. But then you have all these traumas from the past, you have all these trainings from the past, and you just wake up to this futuristic dystopian world, where people are just changing their bodies because they can.
Almost like Futurama, if you guys watch Futurama.
Yeah, and a lot of drama is there, a lot of interpersonal problems. Essentially, this guy is trying to be a detective for a rich guy, and at the same time, he's got some people chasing after him. So, if you like cyberpunk, futuristic, SF, any of the above, and also you like detective kind of stuff, definitely recommend it. They do a great job at picturing how the society is going to look in the future when everything goes wrong. A lot of trash on the streets, really dark, really rainy. So I enjoyed it because I love cyberpunk, I love dystopian stuff. What rating would you give R?
I would give it 8.5, just to be on the safe side, because we haven't even gotten to season 2 yet, so I don't want to, I gotta hold some points to my chest.
Yeah, we are still watching it, so we will be conservative with the rating. We'll see how it turns out, but so far I like it. I enjoy it. I think I'll give it 9. Yeah. Alright, what's the next topic?
Did you want? Well, you still had a lot more on your free time, but we can get back to it.
Well, very quickly.
You also need to talk about Luca. That's another Disney movie from 2021 I haven't gotten to see.
So Luca is another. It's on Disney Plus, and it was very sweet. Can we talk about? All right, there's a slight conspiracy going on because Encanto came out, right? And they have this song and then this character named Bruno, and they're like, we don't talk about Bruno. And then in Luca, they say something di Bruno, and it's just it's interesting because I'm just like, are they? I think there's some lore going on. I don't know. But I just thought that's something I picked up on. Like you release a movie that says we don't talk about Bruno, and then Luca was like, yeah, we talk about Bruno. So what are you trying to say? It's a little sus there. But anyway, it's a very cute take on male mermaids. That's literally the first like description that comes to mind. And they're Italian, and I don't know if this is like true to history, but apparently in Luca's world, like the male kid. That is very important. Male kid mermaids that show up on like land. They're in this Italian town, and the whole town they eat fish. They eat lots of seafood. So it's a low key. It is scary. Definitely watch it. I would give it a solid 8 because the music was there, but it wasn't. It was definitely as vibrant as Encanto, but it felt a little quick, the entire movie. The movie itself was probably only an hour, but it felt a little quick to me. And it's really great. It's a really great family-friendly movie. Have you watched Luca? Okay. All right, moving on. I know you have watched Food Wars with me. I'm going to let KP start this one off.
So for those of you who don't know what Food Wars is, it's an anime about cooking cooking school almost. It's available on Netflix, and it follows the story of a young man who worked at an old restaurant with his father, and suddenly they had to move, and his father just said, you know what, you're gonna go to this school, this prestigious top of the Japan cooking school. And yeah, almost. And he just goes into all these troubles because he wants to be the top of the school.
So that his father will acknowledge him, because he and his father have this like long-standing like food battle. His father won't even say that his food is good until like Soma, that's the name of the main protagonist. He beats quote unquote the school. He kind of announced it at the beginning. It was like, I think if this school is nothing but a stepping stone, so everyone's gunning after him, and it's fun, Also slightly like hentai, is if the food's really good, they have like orgasms, old people's clothes fly off. It's very interesting.
Wait, okay.
All I have to say is the physics on this anime is broken. But if you like cooking, as I do, it's a cool show to watch. I really find it interesting that all these protagonists, like these enemies, they try to show off these fancy cookings, and the main character just batters them with simple old homey cookings. So yeah, it's interesting to watch. If you like food, if you like anime, definitely recommend.
It's like slice of life,
Yeah. Ratings?
Solid 8,
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like nice to watch, nice pastime, casual. I don't think the story is that in depth. Like it's still building, but
right.
It's more like a casual anime to watch, especially if you're eating, because
Right.
otherwise you're gonna be hungry.
We cannot watch it without eating. It's become a ritual now.
All right, what's next?
Have you watched Demon Slayer?
I watched bits and pieces. Like I watched a few episodes.
I think I'm behind on episode 3, but I know most of the story. We already know I've reviewed Demon Slayer movie that made me cry. The Fire Demon Slayer was the MVP, but and we're on the beginning of the entertainment arc where they showed the new demon. I want to say, what was the name? Daki, but I might be wrong. But you are on episode 1 to 7.
Yep, I'm on episode 7. I started watching it. Pro tip, guys: remain single when watching movies and TV shows, because once you enter a relationship, a TV watching relationship with someone, then you feel too guilty to move on. Like, it's sad, y'all. It's sad. But anyway, Demon Slayer, like, right from the get-go, the first episode was just like, oh my god, this is interesting. This kind of gave me like Tokyo Ghoul vibes, but not too much. Yeah, we love Tokyo Ghoul, guys. Again, I'm only on episode 7, but like, I really like the storyline. I feel bad, like I'm in this weird like internal battle where I know that not Nezuko, what's the brother's name? Tanjiro, I have to remember that he's only like a little boy. He's probably not even like 14, but he also has all these responsibilities, and sometimes I find myself like agitated with him. Like when he was going through his training, I was just like, dude, just get it already, okay? Just hit the fucking rock. But I have to remember he's like, his origins are really, really, really sad, y'all. And if I think about like, what if my brother went through everything Tanjiro went through, I think he would do the same exact things that Tanjiro's doing. He's trying to be like this upbeat, cute, normal, boy. We're gonna say he's like 11 or something, because he's really young, and facing tragedy. Almost not the same type as Naruto type tragedy, but like, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm at the part now where he thinks he meets the killer of his family, and he's like, he's about to go in, y'all.
Or the thing about Demon Slayer is that I think we can all kind of relate to it. Like, sure, it's tragic, but it's he's growing up and he's learning new things, and sometimes it's painful. And so a lot of relationship. So we can all relate to it. I think the action scenes are very fun. I like that the art style changes when
the art style is beautiful.
Yeah, but when they fight, the art style changes whenever they use an ability. Yeah, like when Tanjiro used the wave kind of stuff. Yeah, right. So I enjoyed it a lot. Storyline is definitely strong. I just checked. I'm on episode 9 right now, so I'm not that far ahead, but definitely excited to see how it develops, how it turns out. Yeah. Have you watched Demon Slayer?
I just said I watched parts of it and I know most of it. I'm just gonna say, if they go through all this and they can't turn Nezuko back into a human, that's kind of disappointing. And also, so we're not going to talk about how we're skilled of a smooth criminal, how we're afraid of Miss Muzan, aka Michael Jackson, the main demon.
Oh, he does look like MJ. Yo,
I
feel slow. I did not notice that.
I didn't draw the connection until X said it just now. Yeah.
Oh, you also want to talk about The Matrix and The Simpsons? You want to talk about that? Because I just remembered I need to talk about Book of Boba Fett.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys know this, or if if you're current on movies, but the new Matrix that either dropped already, or it's going to drop soon. And with that being said, since I love the actor, I forget his name, but he plays in John Wick. He's the main character for John Wick. I love him. Okay, let's that be clear. Secondly, I started watching The Matrix because I heard about The Matrix. I've been hearing about The Matrix for a long time. Like, it's one of those classic old movies that almost everyone has watched, even if it's not from your generation. And I have to say, I've only watched the first one, but I really like it. Like, the storyline is so delicious. I'm like, whoa. I have never seen or never even heard of someone like taking futuristic events, and kind of like twisting it the way they did. It's so, like, thinking about it just makes me want to like deep dive and see if there's like a lore behind it, because it's very interesting. Like, it does follow the similar route of I'm trying to talk and not spoilers, but it does take a similar route of the future will be bad, obviously, but we go in thinking that it's going to be something, and it's not. It's horrible, and I love it. I can't wait to watch Resurrection, and I don't know the name of the last one.
The new one is Matrix
Oh wait, no. I mean,
you're talking about the one before that, the third one.
I'm talking about the second and third one. Yeah, I still have to watch the second and third one before I can watch the newer one. Hopefully, the newer one comes on HBO Max.
I guess I need to watch all of them.
You should. Well, I personally like to. If there is a new movie or TV show coming out that has like a history behind it and the history is interesting me, I do love to do my research and watch it all, because when new movies come out, they always have like Easter eggs and references to like the older movies. So definitely give The Matrix a watch before it goes off of HBO Max. The Simpsons, the only thing I want to say about The Simpsons TV show is that if you watch it from the very first season, it looks, feels, and acts like a completely different TV show from the first Simpsons, not from the first, but from the latest Simpson episodes. Like, me personally, I feel like The Simpsons now is about, like, it's always like Bart getting choked by his dad, Lisa being ignored even though she's a genius, Marge is unsatisfied with her failing marriage that has been failing for like how many seasons now? 32, 36, almost 40 seasons. But if you watch it from the beginning, like, Homer, even though he's still a crappy dad, he like actively tries, he cares. He has this whole episode where like I guess the fear of God has been put into him, and he's trying to save his family from like eternal damnation, and they're not with it. And he's like, but he's very forceful, and he's doing it for them. So yeah, I would say if you like The Simpsons, but like you're kind of tired of watching it, not tired of watching it, but you want to watch it, but like get something a little different from it, watch it from the very beginning, because it comes off very differently. Like, the beginning seasons have like morals and everything, and it's very interesting to watch how the characters develop, how the story develops, and how the art changes. The art from the beginning is kind of wonky. Like, everyone's kind of long and chubby. Not long, but like tall and chubby, and then they like eventually figure out how to get the proportions right. But that's all I have to say on The Simpsons. Do you have anything to add?
I haven't seen everything of The Simpsons. I know some things. I remember being in the theater watching The Simpsons movie, The Matrix. I think I only go for The Matrix because of the cipher when they go whoosh, whoosh. And also because Lawrence Fishburne plays Morbius, but now we have I forget his name, but he plays Black Manta, Candyman, and Dr. Manhattan in the HBO series Watchmen. Yeah, so he's Morbius. And also, I watched a video from Will Smith how he turned down being Neo for The Matrix. Originally, they were looking at Will Smith and Val Kilmer as Morbius, so... But I think Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne was a good casting. So I need to watch all The Matrix and Resurrections, because it ends the end of the month.
On the list is music. 2021, yeah. Oh, that's what's up. So my music tastes are all over the place. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on this podcast, but X and I went to the same high school, and we were in the same major, instrumental. So we have a fine appreciation as classically trained musicians for music. And let me just say, if you like J. Cole, then you'll more than likely like Nas. That's capital Nas.
Born Sinner is still my favorite album, man. I love the song Let Nas Down.
His new album, the 2021 album, because I don't know if he dropped another album yet. Probably not. It's very woke, but they have like a lot of cool features like Eminem, Lauryn Hill, like a lot of on King's Disease too. Take a listen to the album. It's worth a listen if you want a mix of like, it has like some old R&B vibes, but also like he can also kick back and relax and sing about nothing or rap about nothing. But I enjoyed his lyrical tone. I enjoy like the message in his music. Definitely worth a listen. I did end up listening to that a lot in 2021. Of course, my number one of 2021 would be Imagine Dragons' Enemy. Yeah, we all love this song. I mean, if you don't, dude, what are you doing? Awesome. Sounds pretty dope. let's see. I have been listening to lo-fi music, specifically this person called Period Clouds. Yeah, it looks like the name of one of those like files that you will pull up. Clouds and then a bunch of numbers and stuff. But if you like lo-fi music, give it a listen. It's on Apple Music. Let's see. My brother, we're gonna call him Brother because I can't think of a cool nickname. He has music on SoundCloud, so if you're interested, if you guys want to listen, if you guys want to hear like a young rapper try to be a rapper, then we'll plug his SoundCloud. You better thank me for this, little bro. And I guess I want to say lastly, let's give this to KP. Have you been listening to any music? Do you have any top like 5 music artists you've been listening to lately?
Or if you don't know me, the first thing I like to say when it comes to music is that I'm a big Half-Alive fan. That's a group that started as in the couple years ago maybe, and they have a very chill vibe. Their choreography is very practiced. Like it's like these 3 guys and they just do like these random movements and it all makes sense. And so they came out with new music, a few music this year. I forget the names, but they were great. So check out Half-Alive, guys. That's my top pick. Since you mentioned lo-fi, there were 2 albums, 2 lo-fi albums from Riot Games. The first one is named Sessions by. It's really good. And the second album is called Sessions Diana.
Is it available on Apple Music?
I'm not sure about Apple Music, but it's on Spotify, so I figure it might be. They're also copyright free, so if you want to use it on your stream or your podcast or your videos, you can use them too. So make sure to check it out, guys. It's very calming, very good. Otherwise, I haven't thought about this, so I'll let X speak and then maybe I'll come back to it.
Okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, music. Speaking of that, shout out G Thurs. He had a second lo-fi album last month. Go listen to it. Music. I forgot a few things. She will be returning to YouTube soon, but she's gone. But before we get to music, I forgot one more show, The Book of Boba Fett, Star Wars, because we've been missing Star Wars all 2021. We're still waiting for Mandalorian Season 3. But Book of Boba Fett Episode 1 and 2 is now on Disney Plus. From what I've seen, it looks good. Most of it is his history after Return of the Jedi, how he survived the worm and he's living with the Sand People, the Tuskegans, I forgot their names, but the Sand People. And then it's a little bit of him in modern time trying to be the crime lord after I know names is just hard for me to talk today. Jabba the Hutt. And he's dealing with like the mayor and all other people that want the drone. So, but it looks interesting. So shout out Book of Boba Fett. Shout out John F. I'm not going to say his last name, but John F. who played Happy Hogan, because he's been like the godfather of the MCU. He's been the writer and executive producer for a lot of things: Marvel, live action Disney, Mandalorian, and Book of Boba Fett. And also, I did not know the lady who plays the assassin, also in Mandalorian. She voiced Mulan in 1 and 2, the original animated movies. Yeah. So a lot of OGs in this show. Episode 2, we do have a Wookiee. So that's Book of Boba Fett. I'm interested. It looks like an 8.5 out of 10 so far. Oh, Al, you're back. I was just talking about you're returning to YouTube soon.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. So if you guys follow me on my YouTube at Alisha Share. That's AILISHA space SHER. I am going to be posting sometime this Sunday, or maybe Monday. We're trying to figure out, well, not we, but I'm trying to figure out a cohesive uploading schedule. But if you guys like having a chill time and recreational drugs and like watching me do stuff while not able to think properly, give it a check out. Thanks.
Snoop Dogg, you also forgot, we about to get into music. You wanted to talk about J. Cole's Off Season. That's a 2021 album I have not gotten to listen to. Besides the single, My Life.
My Life is a good one. I think my favorite would be, I think it's called Alma. It kind of has like a sad vibe to it, but I mean, I'm depressed. Don't come for me. I'm not sure, but so know this about me. As a musician, I understand music pretty much. I can understand how it's like put together for the most part. I don't like albums. I always feel like artists give up around like the 5th or 3rd song or something. Like there's always like 3 or 4 songs that feel like, oh, it could have been great, but you let the ball drop. To me specifically.
You feel like you're not missing anything in the album you haven't heard in the singles?
Oh, no. What I'm saying is I'm just letting people know the fact that I'm saying that the entire album I enjoyed means a lot, because I always feel like artists just kind of give up. They're just like, oh, I'm done. You know, I met my quota of 20 songs. It doesn't matter if all the songs are good. I kind of always feel like that. So it's very rarely that I enjoy full albums. And every like, I'm sorry, that's kind of gross. Every like, I was talking and never mind. Every song in the album kind of like smoothly blends into the next. I really enjoy when artists do that, because it makes it, well, I enjoy it, but also it gets on my nerves, because if I let my music like shuffle, then I'm expecting the next song to play, but something else plays. But I enjoy how he put together the album. It was a great listen. As always, he has something to say. Whether you like it or not, it's up to you. Great 2021 album.
Cool. I think one of the best 2021 albums was Silk Sonic album, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I was actually surprised by this. The return of Bruno Mars. It's been 4 or 5 years since 24 Karat Magic. Yeah, I loved it. I think Smoking Out the Window is like the best song right now. It's just the beginning of the year of Leave the Door Open was the main song, and that's the one nominated for a Grammy. But Smoking Out the Window is a jam. But yeah, and one of the old school musicians in it, I forgot his name, Boosie Collins. I remember I saw Boosie Collins at the Dell. Yeah, so it's good to see him in the album. Yeah, it's a nice 70s album. It's fun. So that's my favorite album of the year. I put Adele 30 in the music topics, but I have not heard the album. I'm excited. I'm happy for the return of Adele, but I have not heard a new album yet.
Did you hear that Adele's like going through a divorce right now?
I did not.
Yeah. But Adele, I'm happy to see her too. You know, I was one of those people who didn't know that she was not black. I was just like, wow, impressive.
Yes. Yeah. It's also she's skinny, and I did see her. Yes, I did see her skit on Saturday Night Live when she hosted. I believe that was also 2021. So, one album I did listen to, I did not listen to Kanye West Donda. I have not listened to Drake's Certified Lover Boy. I haven't even heard Meek Mill's album, and there was controversy. His bus got shot because it had mostly explicit, mostly naked women. But I did listen to Wale's For Lauren too, and y'all can roast me, but I was more of a Wale fan than a Meek Mill fan back in middle school days. Listen. Dreams and Nightmares is a classic, but
It is a classic.
But I love Wale's Ambition album. Wale's A Gifted. That was my favorite album.
Speaking of Meek Mills, I have a bone to pick with you, sir. So last year, all right, let me back up. Let me back all the way up. Are you guys aware of the fact that Meek Mill's in Philly does this like annual Christmas giveaway thing? If you are, cool. If you aren't, this is what Meek Mill does. Usually it's in North Philly because he's from North Philly. I have family members who literally used to know him. That is. I'm just gonna leave that there for y'all to digest real quick. Back on subject. So my bone to pick with him is that, so this year, me and my sister specifically, went to the new location of the Christmas giveaway, free giveaway toys. It was in South Philly. They had cops everywhere, so you know what that means, folks. Either they're trying to shut down Meek Mill's like giving, or they're trying to shut it down, because why else would you move it from North Philly, where it's been for years, to South Philly and then add cops? People were literally, so me and my family, we were waiting in line, being polite line people. I get it, that's a term. And people were literally pulling up in their cars and calling family members and busting in line. Like, people were getting into fights. It was horrible. And by the time me and my sister got to the top of the line, they literally was like, there's nothing left. I mean, I got to walk away with like old Made in America 2019 shirts, so that's cool, I guess. Not 2020. That's what they started throwing out at people. They were like, we have nothing left. I just Meek Mills, I need you to organize that better. That was horrible. Waited in line for 7 hours, freezing, started snowing. It was fun. Thanks, Meek Mills. That's all I have to say.
Well, you and I had two different Meek Mill memories. I got to go and Made Milk 2021, Meek Mill and Lil Uzi Vert. That's my first time seeing Lil Uzi Vert. I think it's my third time seeing Meek Mill. Yeah. I don't really care, you cry on the way you should never lied. So where was I? Wale's Full On 2. I've only heard half of the album. I need to finish the second half. But it's bringing me back to my Wale roots, because I really like Wale's style. My favorite songs so far has to be Tiffany Nikes and Fluctuate.
I did like Wale when I was younger. I just can't put a name to any of his songs that I liked.
I think he had a lot of good Certified Lover Boy songs too, like Lotus Flower Bomb with Miguel, That Thing with Rick Ross and Jeremiah, Love Hate Thing, which is on The Gifted. A lot of Slight Work with Big Song, that was a bop nowadays, but then looking back at it, but I did like the song. I did like the background music. Fluctuate, that love fluctuate, that hate fluctuate. You gonna question who you trust. Tiffany's Nikes is more like, he did shout out Breonna Taylor in the song. We don't one with white people who silent, quiet. It's getting awkward now, but yeah, I like Wale. I was going to talk about quality versus quantity, Wale versus Meek Mill, but we can get to that at the end. So far, Silk Sonic album is a 10 out of 10. Wale Flow on 2, I want to give it 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10. And the last part of the music talk was going to be the Grammys nomination, because it is January 2022 and Grammy is Sunday, January 31st. So I do not, we're recording on my phone, so I could pull it up, but from what I know who is nominated, Billie Eilish, Drake was nominated but pulled out of the show. We also have, is Megan Thee Stallion nominated? I'm not sure. I'm pulling it up. But y'all excited for the Grammys, or?
I don't really watch the Grammys, to be honest. I don't watch a lot of TV. I know that sounds old, but that's just me.
Yeah, I watch it because it's the only, because I like award shows with music versus the Academy, even though they're both sketchy. We used to have at Rowan University, we would have like the Rowan Music Group, we would have like a watch party in the student center. We would all watch the Grammys, and we have some giveaways, maybe some food. But I don't know if we're doing that this year with COVID. Also, Omicron has been stressful. I've gotten sick. I got positive, but also got negative, and I need to get my booster shot. But I bounced back because I'm strong. I got a strong immune system. But back to the Grammys. Where was I? I was talking about the party. We're probably not going to have that this year. And I'm pulling up the nominations. It's a long list of nominations, as always. So let's see. Record of the year. ABBA, I Still Have Faith in You. Freedom by John Batiste and DJ Khalil. I don't know that song. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga reunited again. I remember they did the Christmas song. I really can't stay, it's cold outside. I do not know. But Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, I get a kick out of you. Justin Bieber, Peaches, I get my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah, that might win record of the year. Brandy Khalili, Right on Time. Doja Cat and SZA, Kiss Me More. Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. Monstero, Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License, and Silk Sonic's Leave the Door Open for record of the year. Best album of the year would be We Are by John Batiste. Love for Sale by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Justin Bieber's Justice. Yeah, a lot of people on his new album. Doja Cat's Planet Her. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. I still haven't seen her special on Disney Plus, and she was animated. Back of My Mind by her. Or Monstero by Lil Nas X. Or Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Or Evermore by Taylor Swift. Ooh, if it's Taylor Swift again. She might be getting up there with Beyonce. Most Grammys. Oh, and Donda's Kanye West is nominated as well. Best albums. So, I won't get the song of the year because it's kind of the same as record of the year. Not too much. Do y'all want to get into it? Or Ed Sheeran's Bad Habits. A Beautiful Noise by Alicia Keys and Brandy Carly. Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License. Fight For You by her. Is Fight For You in one of the movies? I believe it's a soundtrack song. Fight For You. I'll look it up later. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Kiss Me More, Doja Cat Sister. Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. Monstero, Call Me By Your Name, Lil Nas X. Justin Bieber's Peaches. And Right on Time by Brandy Khalil for Song of the Year. So, I'm mostly interested in Best New Artist. There's a lot, but the most memorable ones are Baby Kim. I want Baby Kim and Kendrick Lamar to win Best Rap Song, Family Ties. I mean, when that song came out, it was like, whoo, Kendrick is back.
Finally, after how many years of have we been waiting? During George Floyd, that was the only. I only listened to his Elements 2017 album because it was still relevant, y'all. Still relevant. That's my man.
Well, it's been like 4 or 5 years, but I hope his last album with Top Dog Entertainment is going to be Oklahoma, so hopefully that comes out this year. But yeah, Baby Kim is nominated for Best New Artist. I want Best Rap Song to win. We also have Phineas. So wow, that's Glass Animals. They had a great performance at the last Grammys. We have the Kid Laroi. And I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed. Even though, yeah, Stay.
I'm a recent fan. Like Stay is like my top favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a good song. I actually saw him perform. He was a guest artist for a Justin Bieber set at Made in Milk.
Oh wow, that's really dope. But that's all I really wanted to say. That Kid Lowry, that he has become my new favorite. I guess you would label him alternative rapper.
Maybe, I'm not sure. So Baby Kim, Phineas, Glass Animals, Japanese Breakfast, the Kid Laroi, Olivia Rodrigo, and Saweetie for Best New Artist.
No, Japanese Breakfast. Her music is pretty good.
Really?
It has an alternative vibe. Yeah, I'll show you some of her music after the podcast. But Japanese Breakfast, she was on. I think she was on the news a while ago. And my mom was like, "Oh, Lee, this sounds like some music you would like." And she sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna say lo-fi, but like, She feels like a poet with music. That's what she feels like to me. You might like it.
So I would want Baby Kim, maybe Glass Animals or Kid Laroi to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Olivia Rodrigo wins because she got a lot of nominations, or even Saweetie.
Personally, either that Kid Lowry or Japanese Breakfast for me.
So I'm not gonna go through all of these, like best pop solo performance, best duo performances, best pop album, best dance album, best rap album, and also I believe soundtrack song. But so far, BTS cancels their US trip following postponement of Grammys 2022. Hungama news. I'm just reading the news, but looks like the most nominations is going to be Lil Nas X, Billie Eilish, Baby Keem, Justin Bieber, maybe Taylor Swift, her, Doja Cat. So it seems like a good year for the Grammys. But who would you be excited to see perform? I hope we were still recording as I was looking up the Grammys. But if you do watch the Grammys, who would you be excited to see perform?
Definitely that Kid Lowry. Let's see. I do like her. She's beautiful, but her voice gets on my nerves after a while. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I was mentioning this to KP, but I was like telling him that I can't stand what's her Lana Del Rey. Her voice just irritates me after. Yeah, it just irritates me. There's only 2 songs I like by her, but I love SZA. Queen.
I only remember Line That Way from the Great Gatsby song.
Exactly. And she has another song called West Coast. That's the only other one I like. But besides for that Kid Lowry, maybe you know what? I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Taylor Swift. Okay, when I was younger, I was in love with Taylor Swift. There's a specific album that like I just know every word to every song.
Is it Red or 1987?
It's even older than that, like 2015. I was 15 at the time. I had my 3DS. It was black. My mom's boyfriend figured out how to jailbreak it and like put like music on there, and it was all Taylor Swift. I was a hardcore Taylor Swift fan, even more than I used to be a Bieber believer. Okay, that's how old I am. But yeah, either Taylor Swift or that Kid Lowry for me. Are you gonna watch the Grammys?
Or I'm not gonna watch the Grammys, but I'd love to see Glass Animals perform because I've watched them perform before, like not live, like not in person, but I watched the YouTube video, and it was like this. I forget what the concert was, but it was raining. And they were just singing their heart out while the backstage crew were like trying to cover the instruments. But no, they weren't stopping. They were as energetic. It doesn't matter how rainy it was, and there was like a thunder. As the lyric went something about thunder, so it was like a nice coincidence. Yeah.
They did perform at the Grammys last year. I do believe one of the musicians is black.
Yeah, but if they perform again, I'd be very happy to see it because they have very energetic performance.
Yeah, I would check out more of Glass Animals. Who would I be excited to perform? I want Baby Keem to perform and bring out Kendrick Lamar. Family Ties and Wayne's Rover. Top of the morning. Okay. Who else? Yeah. Baby Keem, I would like to see Justin Bieber perform, even though I've always seen him perform in person. Maybe Doja Cat. Who else? Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting names. I have not listened to a lot of music. I think just those 2. I'm forgetting one. Silk Sonic, yes. I do want to see Silk Sonic perform. And I think that's about it on the Grammys. That's all we have for music. So we're like an hour and 20 minutes. So we have the quantity versus quality, or we can get into games.
I think, well, you know what? I think we should end on quantity versus quality. That's a good discussion.
Okay, so we're into that and then questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so games. I lost my ranking of games, but we do have a page to talk about upcoming movies and games along with this. So for games, the only games of 2021 I've played is Back 4 Blood, Alien Fireteam Elite, and Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Well, I just started Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it is now on Xbox Game Pass. I've been playing the classic trilogy and I like it because I didn't get to grow up with it, but since everybody keeps talking about it, a lot of my favorite content creators play it, I thought I'd get into it, and I love it. So I think I'm going to enjoy the Legendary Edition because it comes with all the DLCs for 2 and 3.
I think we'll be playing it on Twitch.
Possibly, but not at the beginning because I've always saw it. Back 4 Blood, it was okay for me. I give it like a 7 out of 10. I had to play in like the easiest mode, like Recute, because it's like super hard, and it's a continuation or the processor of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I'm not big on Left 4 Dead, but I've played 1 and 2 with friends before, so it was fun. I beat the game, but I didn't play after that because the normal mode and the hard mode is too difficult. Have you played Back 4 Blood, KB?
So I didn't play Back 4 Blood, but I do have an opinion about it because I've watched YouTube videos of other people play, and I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed because they are charging AAA price, right? What was it, $60? Was it 50
for that
for Back 4 Blood?
originally or now?
When it came out.
Yeah, I got it free on the Xbox Game Pass, but
Oh, see, it was, they were charging AAA price.
I don't know why it's total rock. They made Evolve. We don't talk about Evolve.
But for that price, I think it failed on delivering. It's a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, right? And I don't think it had the same feeling. So I was somewhat disappointed, and also they had issues like what X said about the difficulty.
It might be me because I'm not Left 4 Dead expert, but the monsters were annoying. The tall boy, the spitter one that gets you stuck, the ogres.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not just you. There was a controversy about it online about how difficult it was and how they overtuned it. So I think that was a wrong choice too. The graphics looks amazing, not gonna lie. The gameplay looks somewhat fun, but just not the same. Just not the same as the Left 4 Dead. So that's all I have to say. I'll give it like 6 out of 10 maybe. Actually, you know what? I'll bring it down to 5 because of the price. But yeah.
Okay, so 5 out of 10. I gave it 7 out of 10. Alien Fireteam Elite. It's like multiplayer co-op shooters, third-person shooters, fighting a bunch of xenomorphs. I've only played Act 1. I died at Act 2 and then like instantly uninstalled it because like we all know in real life or in the movies an army would not win against xenomorphs, a whole army of xenomorphs. And the most explicit Alien movie was Alien vs Predator R in 2007. It was too many mothers. But it seemed fun for me if you like third-person co-op shooters. Maybe it's similar to the Predator game that came before it, but I'm not too sure. I gave it like another 7 out of 10. I'll start with Apex before I get to my favorite game that I played all 2021. Apex Season 10 and 11. Season 10, man. I love Season 9 with Valkyrie, but Season 10 with Sia was just annoying. This is when I was back in college and I'm not going to keep playing this. I didn't even do ranks. Sia, I did unlock him. He seemed fun. Like he's like Bloodhound. He can see you. Like you use his side ultimate, he can like see you through walls forwardly. But Bloodhound can see it all around. And then his ultimate, he throws his little, I think it's his heart monitor on him, and then he throws it around. He can see everyone. And also, different from Bloodhound, he can see his different shields. What kind of upgraded shields you have. But I didn't suck with this one. But then I came back season 11 because they was dropping the trailer. Don't worry about a thing, like they're on the beach. And I thought this be fun. And like the new legend Ass, who was the bless you, the commentator for the arenas, which came in season 9. So she was a playable character. I did not unlock her. I was getting back into it, and once again, I did not like this. I did not like the new map. Playing it on ranked, it was annoying. They took up the jumper cables, the launchers, and it's like you get these green launchers, like you get to the next side of it. It was just annoying to me. And like everything is too close. It's too easy to get shot at the beginning of the game. But that's it for Apex Season 10 and 11. Maybe I'll come back to it. I don't know. A lot of the Twitch people I follow and talk to play it. Which also reminds me, I might be starting my Twitch affiliate push. I became a Twitch affiliate in August, and I have not streamed since then. So I think I might get into it so I can, get paid, promote my music stuff, maybe game at the same. KP is in Twitch affiliate as well, so. Where was I? Oh yes, the last game I wanted to talk about before we get to upcoming stuff. Hades. Oh, yes.
A quick question. So this is you going into your top games, right?
Yes, but I think my favorite game of 2021. I think I have to talk about all the games. There's a lot of games in 2021 I did not get to play. If we're going back to Game Awards, I think God of War Ragnarok is the most anticipated game over Elden Ring, which comes out next month. And what game did I want to win? I know who won? I forgot who won. Yeah, It Takes Two. It seemed like a good game. A little weird to me, but not Halo, not Deathloop, not Final Fantasy 14. I'm trying to forget. I don't remember. I don't know what I was going to give Game of the Year to. Not Psychonauts 2. Okay, I think the game I was going to talk about. Oh, KP, go ahead.
Or since we brought up It Takes Two, I have a couple things to say about it since I played it. First of all, I think it's a well-designed game. Like, the level design is great. The graphics are great, although it lags a bit on my PC. I don't have bad graphics card, so but definitely recommend playing with someone you care about, you enjoy, or just your friend. It's a great way to start an argument, especially when you play a mini game. Every time I just win a mini game and I just have to, make fun of them. But a great co-op game. The storyline gets annoying, I'll say that much. So, well, not the storyline, but the characters are annoying. So keep that in mind if you go into it, because a lot of arguments, a lot of stupid arguments, a lot of "hey guys" kinda shit. Sorry. And also, I'm sorry. Are we going back to your games? Cause I do have a. Because I have a news about League of Legends with Season 12.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you don't know,
I think we was talking about it earlier an hour ago, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, but see, I didn't think about it, but now that we're talking about games and there's a new season coming out, Season 12, it's already out. A lot of new changes, a lot of meta shifting changes, and a new champion is coming out too. So for those of you who don't know the game, there are these things called dragons. It's one of the objectives that you have to kill, and there are 2 new ones, and that also changes maps. A lot of champions and skills are getting changed, so very exciting. There is a hype in the community about how the pro players are going to use the new map, because it's honestly game breaking too. The Hextech Dragon allows you to travel fast. The Chemtech Dragon changes the map so that there is a large hidden area. So if you guys want to get into the game, I think it's a good time to get into it now and learn it and try to see how pros play it. And then there's a new champion coming out called Zeri, which we might also see in Arcane Season 2 because she's from Zone. It's in the community we have a meme saying that she's Pikachu of League of Legends because she uses electricity as her attacks. And then she's also she's also getting compared to Billie Eilish. I'll show you guys the memes afterwards, but the outlook is similar. Like she has green hair. So very exciting. Hope you guys enjoy season 12. I'll be grinding too. So, all right.
You know what League reminds me of? Pokemon Unite. Actually, I think that might be my game of 2021. Pokemon Unite. It's similar to League of Legends, but more simple. Get to play as your favorite Pokemon. Take the zones, fight them, use ultimates and stuff. It's on mobile and Nintendo Switch.
So, if we're talking about, well, since we're talking about game of 2021, mine would be A Plague Tale of Innocence.
That's not a game.
It's not a new game, but I am a semi-new player. I know a lot of people in the gaming industry hate new players. I promise you guys I'm not a noob. My favorite types of games are open world RPG banging storylines, stealth games. So if you're not familiar with A Plague Tale of Innocence, it's like I really appreciate and enjoy games that like take real world like events and shit and like twist it. So think if you guys have played Hellblade, that game tackles mental health issues. That is so cool. Definitely going to buy it. Haven't played it yet, but I love the fact that they're using like real world stuff to, like, they're using their platform, you know? Because at the end of the day, video games are fun, but it can also be like you can use it as like a coping mechanism for anything. So, but anyway, yeah, my top game of 2021 would be A Plague Tale of Innocence, simply because I love the storyline, and the stealth is a bit hard. It's a bit dumb in some places, maybe because it's old and it's kind of aging, but it is a lot of fun. I guess my second game would be Vampire. That you spell that with a Y. Also not a new game, but I got a love for like classics that have good storylines. Okay, my huge con for Vampire is that the fight dynamics are so outdated and unnecessarily hard. They don't help you. I'm pretty sure if you look up Vampire on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers will say the same thing. Like, the fighting aspects of the games don't match up to the rest of the games. It's like, it doesn't matter that the fact that I'm a new gamer. Like, I've had like friends who are more experienced than me try to play the game, and it's just like, why is this so hard for no reason? Like, this doesn't match up. It's like trying to climb a hill with like trying to climb a sand hill with like the world on your back. It does not add up. But the game still gets like, I would like rate it in the upper 9s, simply because like for an old game, the animation is pretty good, the story is pretty good, the fighting not so good, but the fact that they have multiple stories going on, like it's a bit of a detective game as well. Like, they have this couple that's interracial, and it's like, obviously this is back in the 1800s in London, you know what I'm saying? They have like this secret gay man who's in love with his soldier buddy from the war, who's living on the streets because he's afraid of rats. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I love old games. I love storylines. Those are my top 2 of 2021. Did you have, was League of Legends your game of 2021?
Or see, now I feel like I'm on the spot. I didn't think about this. I did play but I did play a lot of League of Legends. It's one of my favorite games, so it's on the list. I haven't played this game, but there's a game called Unpacked. If you don't know what that is, yep. It's the gameplay is very simple. It's just taking out stuff from a box and organizing them like you're moving to a new place. Kind of, but the thing is, it's very relaxing. Like, it's got a great pixel art, great music, and I've watched the streamer play this, and it was very, I don't know, it's nice to just look at it, just put things away and spend time in a relaxed manner. So I think that's on the list too. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Other than that, It Takes Two was also really good. I like any games that I can play with friends, so a lot of co-op games get points from me, so It Takes Two definitely on the list. Halo Infinite? Yeah, Halo Infinite. Yeah, the Halo Infinite was, I'm gonna borrow my friend's words here. It was one of the it's one of the AAA games that came out, that released without any issues. It was very well polished as soon as it came out. The multiplayer feels nice. I never played campaign, so I can't speak on the campaign.
Campaign is interesting in the beginning, but then you like open world, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play all this.
Yeah, but I very much enjoyed multiplayer. I played again. I tried to play last night and there was an issue, but on the list.
When it released, I've been trying to get into multiplayer. I'm stuck on Gold 5 ranked. I can't get the Onyx because it's so difficult. There's a lot of people playing it now.
Yeah, no, when it comes down to shooter games like that, it gets very competitive. Not only it's about reaction time, but it's also about strategy, right? So how is the map laid out? Where's the objective? And people are very good at that nowadays. So definitely competitive, definitely challenging, but also it's a skill-based matchup. So if you're not that good at the game, don't worry about it. You're gonna play against other new players anyway. But yeah, it was very fun.
I'm more of a Gears of War person. Sergeant Phoenix is, in my opinion, better than Master Chief, and that's another quality versus quantity talk. We will get to that. We an hour and a half in, but we gonna keep going. It's a good conversation. Games of 2021. Pokemon Unite #1. I put Genshin Impact as #2. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of streamers play it. Artists and cosplayers, y'all wild. Y'all really love this game. But I put Halo Infinite as #3. I would have liked to play Battlefield 2042 because Battlefield's back. We not playing Vanguard. Nobody wanted to go back to World War II. I mean, Battlefield 2042, you got a lot of players playing. You got tornadoes while you're playing the game. You can play from World War II to like modern time to the future. Very innovative. But the game I was mostly playing, this is a new game, but it was 2020 Game of the Year nomination, Hades. So Olympian Gods, it was a roguelike game. It got annoying dying all the time, but as I started beating the game, beating Hades, it gotten more fun. I gotten the ending, but I haven't gotten the main ending. I had to keep playing that, but I think I understarted last month because like I couldn't keep doing this. Like I'm getting back in college, I gotta focus. But yeah, it is fun. You get to connect with like Hades. You get to learn history about Hades and his wife. A lot of the gods like Zeus, Ares, Athena, Artemis. Artemis is my favorite. Yeah, and you get to connect with them. I think I got to romance one of the Furies, Megara. There's a romance options. You can romance one of the Furies, Megara, or you can romance Thanatos, the Grim Reaper. Yeah, that's funny. You can make it with the Grim Reaper. The one thing that pissed me off is the third boss match. The Furies is easy. The Bone Hydra is easy. It's the duo match 2v1. The Minotaur Bull and then what is his name? Deotus. He's just annoying for no reason. I mean, fighting them both 2-on-1 is just annoying. And then Hades is just ooh. You defeat him once, you gotta defeat him a second time. And if you got extreme measures on, ooh, you gotta fight him a third time. And it's as hard as you can make it after you beat it. Like there's a contract of punishment. Like you can make it hard. Like the boss can get harder. They can learn new abilities, extreme measures. You can put a timer on if you want. And also money costs more. But yeah, that Hades was my favorite game to play. So that's all we have for gaming. We were going to get into upcoming games and movies for 2022. Al, you want to start? What are you excited for?
I am so excited. Well, me and X are both excited for Gotham Knights. So excited. They have Jason Todd, guys. I love Jason Todd. Let's see who else. But I noticed that they don't have Damian Wayne, his son. But not all the games follow the lore. So
this follows. Well, spoiler: Batman is dead, and so all four of them unite. This is more about the Court of Owls. So you should read that comic.
Definitely. So definitely Gotham Knights. I am a huge, again, open world fan, so I am excited for Horizon Forbidden West. I have been. It comes out next month, literally a day after or a day before my birthday. I am, yes, before, so excited. That's where my paycheck is going. So Horizon Forbidden West, Gotham Knights. I feel like I'm forgetting like one more. Yeah, but those are like popular ones. I was trying to remember one more personal one, but I can't remember. Come back to me. What are you excited for, KP?
Well, as you were talking about those, I was scrolling through my Steam to see what's coming up. But
that's one game I saw at the game was GTFO.
GTFO is very good, yeah. Very hard. No, I just watched it. But GTFO is very good. Difficult shooter game. Definitely need a lot of teamwork. And you need to be good at shooting. There's also a DLC coming out for Risk of Rain 2, which is it's always been my favorite game. Played it since high school, the original, and then the second one came out. I just bought it right away as soon as I could, cause it's my favorite. I am definitely excited for what the new DLC is going to bring. I wonder how much it is, but it's releasing in Q1 of 2022. I mean 2020. Yeah, 2022. There is an early access game called Ready or Not. It's a SWAT. It's a successor of SWAT. It seems like it's getting a lot of good reviews. I've never played SWAT, but I enjoy co-op games. I enjoy shooter games, so I'd love to see how it turns out. Maybe I'll buy it once it comes out of early access. But that's all I got. X?
I know I'm not excited for Wumbleverse. That looks like Fortnite. Okay, big blockbusters. I hope I get PS5 later this year, maybe halfway through the year. I do want to play Battlefield 2042. I want to get a Razor mask. It's like a face mask, but you can change your voice. Like I sound like Bane. Shifu, Guardians of the Galaxy already came out. I was roasting this game, but that was a nomination for Game of the Year. It does look good, the story. It won Best Narration.
I hate her character design. I'm sorry.
I at least like to look for Rocket and Groot. They look the best. And Lady Hellbender. She was featured in Planet Hawking like a few years ago. She looks great. She's played by the same actress who played I forgot her name, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What's her name? It begins with K. I'm forgetting it. Katrina. No, not Katrina. We all gonna search God of War. Can somebody do it? God of Cassandra. Yes, the same actress of Cassandra is Lady Hellbender. And we do have some surprise guests. The villains are the Church of Trinity or the Church of Truth. I don't remember. And a few surprises. I'm just going to spoil it. We have Adam Warlock, who is going to be one of the main characters for Guardians Volume 3. I'm sorry, that was a big spoiler. Excited for I want Hogwarts Legacy, but they ain't show no gameplay.
I believe it was like 2 days ago they showed, like, they released 16 hours gameplay for Horizon Forbidden West. I'm like, what's going on?
We already know the gameplay for Horizon Forbidden West.
Right, but I'm just making the point that, like, PlayStation usually, if you know a game's really going to come out, they come out with more, like, gameplay footage, and we haven't seen any of that. I noticed that. I thought that was weird.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, another game that's I would have thought would have been number one of 2021, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That was a PS5 exclusive. Insomniac, female Ratchet, y'all okay? No.
I know of Ratchet & Clank. I haven't played it myself personally.
What I'm really excited for, number one, is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the return of Rocksteady, the makers of Batman Arkham Trilogy. This one's going to be co-op. We got Deadshot, we got Harley Quinn, we got King Shark, and Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang is moving like the Flash. So I'm interested. We're going up against Brainiac. I'm hoping it is co-op. I hope it is great. Because you finally got gameplay at the Game Awards. And, what was the name? Amanda Waller is played by I believe her name is Deborah Wilson. She plays in Wolfenstein 2. She's in Jedi Fallen Order. She's in a lot of stuff. She's also in another game, Forsaken, that comes out April. That looks good. Second most anticipated game is God of War Ragnarok. We finally got gameplay at a few months ago, and I'm excited for it. His son looks more old up. We're going to finally see Thor.
Wait, really?
Yes, and we're going to see the Norse God of War.
So I watched this deep dive not too long ago, and basically explaining the background of the background / lore of God of War, right? And so now I understand, like, I'm all caught up, right? And I just thought it's interesting that we went from Greece mythology to Norse mythology. So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe Odin, Thor, like you said. So I am so happy, and his kid looks so adorable. You know, I saw in the gameplay he was riding like a deer or a doe, whatever you call it. Yeah. Thought it was cool.
He was hunting though. Oh, it was just 2018 when the son could barely kill a deer, and then we see the first trailer of God of War Ragnarok. He bringing home the deer this time. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh my goodness, that just reminded me. I had the Blaze of Exile from the Renaissance Fair. At my grandma's house. I did not see it when I came back home. I hope I still have it. That's a lot of money for a sword pop. Okay, so Life is Strange 2 Colors came out in the fall. We both haven't played it.
I watched some gameplay, but then I had to stop because I am invested in the Life is Strange story. So I'm literally gonna get it, like a Life is Strange icon tattooed on my body. That's how passionate I am about this series. But anyway, definitely I already purchased the old Life is Strange, but they're coming out with a remastered edition, and of course I'm gonna buy that, and it even includes Chloe and Rachel and what happened while Max Caulfield was away. So I'm very interested.
Before the storm, I'm only on episode 2. I never got to finish it. I have Life is Strange 2 episode 1 installed on my Xbox. I need to play that when I get home. I like Alex Chen. I like Alex. She's an empath, so she seems a little better than Max, in my opinion. And one character is back who was originally in Life is Strange. I forgot her name. Steph, I think. I believe so. Another upcoming game. Deathloop came out. Not so excited about that. Mario & Rabbids 2. Y'all excited for that sequel? Breath of the Wild 2. We still haven't seen that much gameplay. We just seen the different worlds. Maybe Outer Worlds 2. Kena vs. Spirits. I thought it was pronounced Kena, so it's pronounced Kena. I want Wolf Among Us 2 to come out, but we haven't seen gameplay, so I'm not anticipating it. I thought I saw a new look of Bigby and Snow, but I might be wrong. It's just one YouTuber.
I think he tricked us. And I think he made it himself, and it wasn't from PlayStation officially.
Maybe. No, it would be Telltale.
I mean, from Telltale officially.
Telltale does have a game of Star Trek, but who cares about Star Trek? Splatoon 3, meh. I am kind of excited for it. I still want to play Guilty Gear Strive, but I'm also interested in King of Fighters 15 because it looked 3D and not 2D. Tiny Tita's Wonderlands, maybe, because that's Borderlands. You excited for that game? I don't remember you playing Borderlands.
So, when I was first introduced to games by my best friend Winter, the first game I ever played was Borderlands. So I have yeah, for real. 3. Yeah. Borderlands 3. They started me off.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
They saw you off at the new one.
They did.
The second one is the best one.
I like the art style a lot. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Telltale, not too much. It's very similar though. I'm definitely gonna go back and purchase it when it goes back to PlayStation, because PlayStation does sales and everything.
PlayStation now.
Yeah.
Something's on sale, but I do not know. Tales of Borderlands was also beautiful. What was I talking about? Maybe Tiny Tina's Borderlands. Maybe we saw Ashley Brooks look good at the Game Awards. That's the only short lady that matters out here. I know you wanted Vampire the Masquerade Swan song to come out, but so far the only one that's coming out is Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt. That's a battle royale.
But it's only, I think it's only a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which pisses me off.
PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yeah. Speaking of PC, I don't have a PC, but have you guys heard of the Steam Deck? I heard it's supposed to drop this year, 2022, but I'm not sure what month specifically. At first glance, it looks like a Nintendo Switch knockoff, but then when you really deep dive into it, you learn that it's basically a PC alternative. So for people like me who don't have a PC but want to have access to PC games, it seems pretty cool. There's this old game that I really want to play. I am in love with vampires. It's called not Swan Song. Vampire the Masquerade. I'll get back to y'all on that, but like it was the original one, the first one that ever came out. Just give me a second, I'm gonna look it up.
So we also mentioned Alan Wake 2, but I never played Alan Wake 1. Alan Wake 2 will return in 2023. He looks like John Wick. I am excited for Wolverine. That is my favorite Marvel character. I'm excited for Spider-Man 2. Hopefully it's co-op. We will have Venom and Kraven the Hunter.
Interjecting really quickly. So I found it. The name of this old game that I'm obsessed with is called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And it came out in 2004. Y'all know I have a love for old games. They have been talking about making a new one, and there has been like some gameplay of it, but there's been some controversy between like the old team and the new team, and people have been fired and so on and so forth. It's very, very messy, but very interested. If you guys like old games, if you guys like vampires, definitely check out Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That is probably the main reason why I would buy a Steam Deck, just so I could specifically play that game over and over again.
Okay, back to it. We were talking about Plague Tale 1. I'm kind of interested in Plague Tale Requiem. She looks more savage in the sequel.
And we have more than a freaking sling, you know? In Innocence, the game I'm playing, we only have isn't it called a sling? A slingshot.
I think so. In the sequel, she will have a crossbow, but she still has rats.
I think further in the game I'll be able to control the rats with the help of Hugo, because there's some type of connection between the rats and the family. I haven't figured it out yet because I haven't gotten that far yet.
I was in not the prequel chapter, but the chapter after that. I never finished that. It was a stealth mission. I'm not beating it. I'm not that excited for the new Saints Row reboot because it just feels like it's missing. It feels like it's missing the story mode, like iconic characters like Keith Davis Julius or Johnny Gat. So I'm not that too excited for it, even though it does look kind of good. Suicide Squad, God of War Ragnarok. My third favorite anticipated game is Bayonetta 3, which is only Nintendo Switch, but we've been waiting a long time for Bayonetta to return. PlayStation indie game, Little Devil Inside. That seems interesting. I'm losing hope for Marvel's Midnight Suns, which comes March. That's a card-based game, but it looks good. It looks like it would have been open world, but it looks like a mobile because it's card-based. I don't know the story of Midnight Suns. Star Wars Hunters is mad, and my last one is TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I'm excited for that because it's a fighters, but it's like it's from the people who made Streets of Rage 4, so I'm excited. Plus, it's been a while since we had a Turtles game. I only remember Activision TMNT Out of the Shadows, but that was like meh. So we talked about upcoming things. We were going to talk about. Hang on, I gotta move my book. We were going to talk about best movies and shows of 2021. Oh, we haven't talked about what movies and shows we're looking for this year. Men, are you excited for anything this year? Movies, shows? I'll. You're on cat duty. I can wait. I am excited for Multiverse of Madness, Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, everything Marvel, DC's Aquaman 2, and what else are they launching this year? I'm forgetting. Peacemaker maybe. That comes on HBO Max later this week, but maybe. it seems interesting. I'll be more interested in the side characters. We have Vigilante, a black lady called Ali Bayou, the two task force computer people from the Suicide Squad. Oh, and he has an equal. Yeah, I'm forgetting what other DC movies are supposed to come out. Shazam 2 comes out next year. Oh, Black Adam. Maybe Black Adam, but we haven't seen enough scenes of it. Oh yeah, maybe the new Flash season. So yeah, maybe Invincible 2, but I don't think that's coming out this year either. Because Invincible was so good. We did get a first look finally of The Boys season 3, but that was like just Homelander and Starlight. But I am excited for The Boys season 3. It is super gory though. Oh yeah, man, what are you excited for?
Well, I had to look it up because I wasn't sure what shows were coming out or movies. But there was one show that I really liked, and that's called Euphoria from HBO.
I heard of it.
Both like that. The season premiere of season 2 is tonight.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I've heard of it. Definitely on my watch list. So for us who don't know, what is it about? Can you tell us what it's about without telling us what it's about with spoilers?
I will try to do my best without spoilers. It's about a girl in high school, and she is going through a lot, and she is also an avid user of drugs. So we are going to go through how she overcomes the addiction and other dramas. A little bit of romance, a little bit of fucked up shit. Excuse my language. And then there are also side characters that are also going through similar things. So it's all about. I mean, life can be bleak, right? But it's also about how you deal with them. So you'll see a lot of depressing, but at the same time relatable things. I remember that when I watched this, I almost cried a few times. The soundtrack is very amazing too. So I am very excited to see the season 2. It's gonna be on HBO. And like I said, it's gonna be the season premieres tonight. So you guys should watch it. Back to
as for TV shows that we're excited for this year,
Yeah, anticipated movies and TV shows of the year.
well, they keep pushing it back, and I recently talked to X about this. Well, I've been talking to him about this for a while, but there is this Sony/Marvel movie with Morbius, the Bat Dude, and I mean, I love vampires, y'all, and bats are a huge part of vampire culture. I mean, literally, you can identify as a vampire these days. My pronouns are now vampiress. I don't respond to human being or alien. But yes, Morbius is the top Sony movie for me. It gets confusing for me because you know how characters are owned by different companies, but then they're leased to different companies. So excuse me if I am making mistakes on who owns what or who's going to show what. But Morbius is my top one. As for TV shows, the only one I can think of right off the bat is this cute little TV show called Trinkets. It's about these 3 girls who like have a stealing problem, and they go through, and they're in high school, and they go through like life, but also like they treat stealing or thieving as like an addiction, and it's just very interesting. And you grow very attached to the characters as you go with them through their like character development. I'm not sure if it's hopefully they will release another season this year. Let's see, I don't watch a lot of things, but I also do watch a lot of things, but those are the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Yeah, I have a lot of shows to catch up to anyway. Giving the mic back to X. What are you excited for?
Sorry, I was writing my Winkins away. I think I already gave some of mine. I'm excited for everything Marvel, like Doctor Strange 2, and all the TV shows like Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. I think I'm forgetting something. DC, not Shazam 2, that's next year. Aquaman 2. I almost forgot the Batman comes in March. I'm excited for. I want to be surprised. I don't want to see his parents get murdered again. I'm tired of seeing that, but I'm excited for it. Robert Pattinson look like it's gonna be gritty, gonna be beating people up. I'm excited for Zoe Kravitz because it's been a long time since we having a black woman as Catwoman.
Catwoman, y'all, that was my top favorite movie as a kid, and even to this day, like I will eventually Catwoman will make her way over to like my top favorite movies, even though the CGI was horrible. Come on, when she had that leather outfit on, y'all can't tell me y'all was think about doing some things. Can we talk about how Halle Berry and young M.A. have like this as either a movie or a TV show called Bruise, and they were openly flirting? Like, this was happening not too long ago. It could be that. But I just remember that I'm also excited for.
Young M.A. was in the movie, but okay.
Either she's in the movie or like she's co-producing it, but for some reason her and Halle Berry, like, they have been. This was a couple months ago, but they were openly flirting with each other. No, it was Halle Berry who was flirting with young M.A. and I was just like, you straight women better leave us queer people alone. Stop doing that. We see you, Halle Berry. We see you.
Okay, change the subject. Looking back at the movie, I didn't really like the movie that much, but I did like the outfit because it was different. And also, like, I get tired of seeing the same Catwoman in, like, a leather jumpsuit, but like leather is her thing. I'm like, the most different one is the animated one, where she's all in a gray or a pink jumpsuit.
Movie I didn't specifically specify. I am excited, not the movie, I am excited for hopefully Harley Quinn Funimation. It was on Funimation, guys.
I almost forgot about Harley Quinn season 3.
Yeah, I'm excited for season 3 to come out. X and I have been keeping up with the comic book, and we want to see if the comic book follows the TV show or if it does its own thing, like most things that like most comic books do with games or TV shows.
Okay, so we're already in 2 hours, but we can keep going. Rankings. I'm gonna give my first rankings of 2021 movies of the year. My number 1 movie is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Number 2, Mortal Kombat. I love the Mortal Kombat reboot. This is gory, but it was great characters, great action. The Suicide Squad is number 3. Number 4 would be Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. I love the martial arts. I love the action, the sci-fi animals, and the family story. And number 5, I put honorable mentions was Black Widow and Free Guy and Snake Eyes. I think number 5 would be Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train. Yeah, I think that's wrong that I just put Demon Slayer above Black Widow.
For top movies of last year, I guess it would be it's a little different this time. Definitely Shang-Chi, that was great. Definitely, let's see, Spider-Man No Way Home, that is God tier, obviously. Definitely, this was a Netflix special, but I forget what it was called, but there were a bunch of like black cowboys. Let me look it up real quick. Everyone was in it, like the dude from he's British. I forget his name. Yes, Idris Elba. I like him. He's a very good actor. No, not the Suicide Squad. There was this Netflix special. It is good. The Harder They Fall, y'all. It was funny. Okay, the way they talked, I was here for it. I'm here for it. And the ending, you'll be like, damn. That's all I got to say. I think those are my top couple of movies.
What was all the movies?
The Harder They Fall, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man. Black Widow was very good. I enjoyed her soundtrack a lot. But I felt like the movie overall was kind of like a filler. It was a good movie, but it felt like, because the movie did more world building than actually like telling us something new. Like, we kind of knew these things if you are up to date on like Marvel and the comics and everything. The comics will literally tell you everything that's going to happen that hasn't happened yet, y'all. But it was good. It was very funny. It was very sad too. Kind of short and felt like a filler for me. But Black Widow was a great movie. Yeah. Swinging it back to at Double X.
Yeah, I changed some of my ratings. I take it back. I went 1 to 10 now. Number 5 is no longer Demon Slayer. It's Black Widow. Number 6 is Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds. That was actually funny. It was actually surprising. Number 7 is Demon Slayer. Number 8 is Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe origins. Number 9 is Spiral, a Saw origin, the Book of Saw with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. It was actually a good detective movie, but still, it's a Saw movie. And I put that at 9. Number 10, don't roast me, but it's still up there because it's a B minus with altogether all ratings. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, that one was pretty good too. So basically, all the Marvel movies I watch, definitely for sure. I don't. It's rare that I watch something that's not Marvel.
Yeah, I did not get to put Dune above this because this guy's C. So Venom is better than Dune, I guess. But so I'm gonna. KP, you didn't give your favorite movies
This year?
Yes.
You know, it'd be a nice question if I remember the movies I watched. Shang-Chi was good. I'm not gonna rank them, but I will talk about movies that I remember. Shang-Chi was really good, very funny. The chemistry between Aquafina and what's the guy's? Yeah, and what's the main character's name? Yeah, I mean like his real.
Pro tip: Aquafina has a. I'm sorry, KP. Aquafina has a TV show. I forget the Queen. Nora from Queens. It's funny. It's very funny. That is one of my top TV shows as well. Back to you.
Yeah, but their chemistry was very good. It was very funny.
I love the actor who played Wenwu.
Who is that? Wenwu?
The main villain, the Mandarin.
Oh, yeah, he was very good actor too.
Right, I hated him.
There was a movie I watched on Netflix. It was an animated movie. It was called. Let's see if it comes up.
Bell. Something called Bell.
Yeah. Oh, so the movie was called Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. It's about. Yeah, no, I think it's new. It came out on Netflix, and it's about a teenage boy and a girl. And the boy likes haiku, and the girl's a streamer, influencer. And they somehow meet, and they somehow get into romance, and they both have their self-consciousness. I won't get too deep into it, but it's very cute. The art style was different, so definitely recommend it if you like pastel color, cute things, and a little bit of funny romance. I don't remember any other movies, so I'll give it back to you, X.
Yeah. Okay, so gotta keep it moving. Best shows of the year. So I ranked 5, not 10. So my number 1 show of the year was What If, Marvel's What If. I love the anime, so I love all the different possibilities. Number 2 had to be Arcane League of Legends. Beautiful. Number 3, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Shout out Captain America. Anthony McGee and I believe his name is Sebastian. I might be. I don't remember names. I'm getting old. Falcon and Winter Soldier did their thing. Number 3, this surprised me, and I don't like the character that much, but the show actually surprised me with all the variants. Loki. And number 5 was... What was number 5? I think I was between WandaVision or Hawkeye, but I think I gotta give it to Hawkeye. So WandaVision with number 6. Oh, wait. I forgot Invincible.
Oh, I didn't finish that. That was... Yeah. I didn't even... My bad. Alright.
Okay, I take that back. Okay, so we'll put... I'm going to put Invincible as number 3. I'm going to put Loki as Number 3. Okay. What if Arcane, Invincible, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then Loki? So that's my pick. So your favorite songs.
Okay, so Nora from Queens, because it was funny and didn't finish it. Let's see. All of the Marvel shows, it doesn't matter the ranking because they're all equally great, even though I haven't finished it all. I guess, no, I will put What If as my second, and then the rest of the Marvel shows. I haven't watched Hawkeye, but it looks good. As I did watch a little bit of Titans. Titans is very good. I like the way they've resurrected the characters and the way that they took them. I think the Starfire.
What's the opposite of Starfire? Blackfire?
I haven't.
I think it's Blackfire.
Okay. Yeah. But definitely my tops are Marvel's, everything. All their TV shows on Disney Plus. Nora from Queens, definitely give it a check it out if you like laughing. Invincible Man, did not finish that. I have to finish that. It's dark, y'all. It's dark. Nevers, he really wasn't. Right, happy birthday, dude. There's this other TV show that I'm trying to frantically remember, but it's not popping up in my brain. It's okay. But yeah.
I forgot to mention this. It's an honorable mention. I think I was going to give it a C, maybe a C minus. Cowboy Bebop live action.
I have not watched that yet. I've heard so many mixed reviews. Like, some people are like, oh, I hate it, and some people are like, oh, it fits. Like, first of all, it's not done by the US, so therefore I like this live action. And admittedly, like, the US does not do live action well. Live action for animation, it just looks like that movie. We don't talk about it. A moment of silence. Okay, back to X.
No, KP, what was your favorite shows?
So I don't remember enough to rank 5, but there is a show that came out with season 5 this year, and that's called Money Heist, Netflix only show. Yeah, it's about bank robbers, but it's not just about any bank, right? It's not the local bank, it's the National Bank of Spain or something like that. Yeah. I think it was, not gonna lie, I think it's drawn out a bit, but it was fun to watch. A lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of gunfires. But yeah, very much recommended.
Okay, I think that's all of our rankings. Is 2 hours, almost 2 hours and a quarter. So we got 2 questions and quality versus quantity. Is that the last thing? Quality versus quantity? Okay, so quality versus quantity. I was thinking about this. Like, I think I like quality of rap over like how many you make. I think Meek Mill makes more than Wale, but like Wale's style, he like New Black Soul. I think I like him more. And also like Halo versus Gears of War. Sergeant Phoenix has more character development than Master Chief, but then again, Master Chief makes a lot of games, but I think I still like Sergeant Phoenix, so I think it's like more like quality over quantity sometimes. I don't know if it's the same thing with like Marvel or DC. They're both great to me, but Marvel makes a lot of great movies. DC can make a lot of great TV shows before they make movies, but then again, they make great animated movies over live action. And I'm trying to think of other things to talk about for quality versus quantity, but I'm out of things. Anything you want to talk about?
So I think you briefly mentioned it about the completely different topic, but I'll circle back around. In terms of like, I know in this podcast we haven't really discussed any like real world IRL issues, but I do remember this one that intrigued me. So they were talking about the vaccine in Shuri from Wakanda. I think they said they're kicking her off of the. I think they're kicking her off of the movie. I think X has more information on that than me. But what's the point of Wakanda if, rest in peace, Chadwick Chaz Boozman. Rest in peace, King. But like, what's the point of Wakanda? Was basically those two. And the mother, of course. But those were like the main protagonists. You get what I'm saying?
That's another anticipated movie. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is anticipated to come out in November.
Again, this begs the question: if you kick Shuri off of the set, off of the movie, then what are we watching? You know, I don't want to see Bucky taking over Wakanda, because they did show in an end clip. They were like, remember they showed Shuri and Bucky, and then I think
White Wolf. He does mention that in the Falcon Winter Soldier.
Awesome. But yeah, so I just wanted to briefly let you guys know we are aware of IRL events, but you know, pop culture and games are more fun. But back to your question on quality versus quantity, I think me personally, as a gamer, as a new gamer, I prefer quality. Because I love like storylines, and you need to take your time with the storyline to really get the best you can out of it. As opposed to, I mean, we can think about how Cyberpunk epically failed because people were crying out for they were saying F the quality, give us what we want, which is quantity. You know, they wanted it now. So me personally, I'd stick with quality over quantity, but sometimes it's necessary for quantity. Why are words so hard today? Here you go.
I mean, it's always about business decision, right? It's a lot of programmers and designers and artists, they want to make a really good game, really good music, and then someone higher up says, you know what, we need money, and we need it now. And that's what happened with Cyberpunk. You know, the developers knew that it wasn't ready, and then the higher ups said, you know what, ship it, we need the money right now. So in that sense, I think prioritizing quantity is definitely a mistake there. So I'd also have to say quality first. But if you're someone that's really good at that's really good at a passion or skill, then maybe quantity is good too, because you just have the skill to mass produce things. And yeah, exactly, mass produce them well. Once you have that base quality, then you can think about quantifying. There's a music artist group that I really love. It's called Dareharu, Korean group, and they haven't released the music for like more than a year because the lyricist passed away. Rest in peace, M-Star. But I personally won't mind it, because the reason why I loved the group was because of their music, because of their lyrics. And when there is something like that, give it some time, go back to your beginning and develop it a bit, and then just keep producing afterwards. So yeah, definitely have some quality.
Okay, so I think that's about it. I was supposed to talk about graduation year and music album so far, so I go back in a week or two to finish my spring semester. Then I get the walk. Then I get the walking ceremony. Then I got a few classes in the fall, and then I finish the end of this year. Yes, graduation year. I don't remember any graduation songs from Kanye West. Okay. No, that was Jaywalk. I think Touch the Sky maybe was the graduation song. I'm not completely sure. But music album so far, I'm supposed to make a music album as my senior final by the end of spring. And I finally got the demos done. I'm excited about that. I finally got something done more than I've gotten done since high school, maybe, or the big freshman sophomore year. So that maybe I will be promoting that soon, hopefully. I can't speak that much on it. Yes, thank you. And so 2 hours and 19 minutes. So this is the longest podcast so far, and we only have 2 more questions left. Oh, I wanted to talk about WWE Royal Rumble, but we don't have time. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, and we have once again Women's Royal Rumble is the highlight. Once again, women's are taking over WWE, and yeah, we got some icons. The Bella Twins are coming. Mickey James is back. I think I saw Kelly, maybe Michelle McCool. I might be wrong. Lita. I haven't seen Lita in a long time. Did I mention Kelly? I think I did. So, a lot of iconic divas I remember growing up. And so, questions. Time for questions. This comes from Signal Valley Music. Shout out Signal Valley Music. He's having a cover album. A few covers coming later January. His question is, you can put any video game character in Super Smash Brothers. Who do you add? He's asking the wrong one. I do not like Super Smash Brothers, but I know people were hyped for Nickelodeon Ball, and we have Warner Brothers Metaverse coming soon. I'm a little excited for that because it's all of Warner Brothers characters. I'm excited to play Shaggy. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to play Shaggy because it's the original actor from the Scooby-Doo movie in early 2K. Yes. So, if I had to pick a character from any video game, do y'all want to start first? I need to think about this.
I mean, I'll take the mic and stall for a couple of seconds. Let me think. Any video game character, probably. This is a safe option, but I'd probably go with Aloy from Horizon Forbidden Dawn and West. If not Aloy, then Harley Quinn, because my name is Punky Ail, y'all. Make the connections. But yeah, I think those would be my top two. You?
I have two characters. One is from It Takes Two. The two main characters, really, because not only do they have different weapons, but they also have like this sliding mechanism, and maybe they can even swap in the middle of Smash. Yeah. So a lot of different playstyles can be made, I think. I think it's definitely gonna fit the style of Smash because it's many different abilities, sometimes swapping. Another character is from Risk of Rain 2, specifically the final boss, because I love Risk of Rain, but the final boss has a lot of cool things, but you will never get to play as him, right? Sometimes he takes items from you. Sometimes he has this shockwave thing where he just jumps and comes down and just shockwaves everyone. Cool. There's like laser mechanic, and I think all of them would translate well to Smash. So those are my two picks. X.
If I had to pick, maybe Miles Morales Spider-Man, or I had another fighting one. I don't know, Commander Shepard or Liara from Mass Effect, or maybe Jinx. But then Jinx would be heavy to jump around if these guys switch between her turrets and then the Pow Pow Ultimate. But yeah, the second question, anonymous lady, I don't want to give the government name out, but she asks musicals. I don't watch a lot of musicals in a while, or musical movies. I think I watched Hamilton on Disney Plus with my family earlier 2021. That was about it. I do want to see The Cursed Child, but that's expensive and you gotta go 2 days. That's not a musical, but it's a play. You any musicals? Oh, but I did see Kinky Boots like sophomore or freshman year of college. I do love The Lion King, seen it too many times. I did see Aladdin a year or two ago. Anybody else?
Like X here, I'm not big on musicals. They have to be very well done, but I do like.
I haven't seen In the Heights movie.
A musical that I kind of currently watched was Jingle Jangle. I know it came out like probably 2020, but it was a really well done steampunk meets black culture a musical, which I really liked. I can't think of any other new musicals that I like, because I'm very selective on musicals. I don't enjoy being sung at every 5 seconds, but Jingle Jangle was a good one.
I guess we can count Encanto too.
Oh yeah, Encanto Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Encanto was, yeah, that's a recent one. It wasn't, the singing wasn't annoying. It was actually kind of cute, especially the bigger, the stronger sisters solo. It was fun. It was very funny. It gave off that new. It's been memeing, y'all. So y'all know this the Rock song. It gave. We stay hungry. We survive. We survive. But she like was built like him.
I have a musical that I've been wanting to watch for like a year now. It's called The Greatest Showman. I'm sure you guys know. It's like a film, I guess. The Greatest Film with Hugh Jackman. Showman.
I've seen parts, but I haven't fully watched it. But it got that favorite song. This is me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in the movie because of the main song, The Greatest Showman. It's on my playlist. I always enjoy it, but I never got to watch it. So one day I'll watch it. Babo, do you have an opinion too? Never mind. Alright, back to X.
I think that's all the musicals. Somebody was asking me to see West Side Story. I forgot this was even coming out for Christmas. I think I've seen half of the old one. I wasn't too excited about the reboot, even though one of the actors from Baby Driver and Divergent Trilogy is in it. Well, what was the main song? But the America. That was my favorite song. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll hot tape it. But is that everything for musicals? Okay. Almost 2.5 hours in, so thank you for listening to episode 6 of Double XC podcast. Thank you for Punky Ail and Cobra Self coming in. Any last words you want to say to the fans?
Stay tuned. If you do follow me on YouTube, that's Alisha Sher, AILISHA space SHER. I will have a new video for you guys soon. And thank you so much for checking out this Double XC's podcast. It's always been fun. Thanks for having me on here once again. I love these.
Alright, KP here, co-preacher. Thank you for hosting me. I stream on Twitch very inconsistently now because of school, but if you'd like to check me out, twitch.tv/ko_presale, that's KO_PRECEL. I play games, variety games, and also League of Legends, so if you're interested in some new games and wanna have a chill vibe, come check me out. And X, back to you.
So I'll be ending it off. So I'll be back on Trish Affiliate soon. Music coming not as soon, but later this year. And Happy New Year's to you all. Double XC signing off.